get back into my narrating groove again. This is a battle against someone called Dark Donkey. Yeah, Dark Donkey. I don't know. Yeah. Basically, I made a new team. God, I really don't know what to talk about at the moment. I just got back from going to get some fags, and oh god, I'm tired. Jesus, I'm so overweight and out of shape. It's dumb. Right. Basically, this is a story of one poke that is in contention for being my new favorite physical attacker of all time, and also a story about how I've been trying to refine the Firewater Grass core with Vileplume and Entei, because Vileplume and Entei are awesome. There's no doubt on that. Entei is really good, and Vileplume is, of course, the best special wall ever. I've been going through a few water types. I've tried Suicune for a bit, didn't really work out, so now I'm switching to Gastro. So yeah, you'll see how that works. Anyway, he's leading off with a Haxorus. I'm going to go for Reflect, because I was worried that it would be like a DD Lumberry one. I didn't really want to deal with that at all. But from the looks of things, he might actually be banded or scarfed. But he is going to switch out, and he's going to go into his Gorebyss, as I go through a Will-O-Wisp. I mean, if Heatran came in, whatever, I roar it out. Or I go to Gastro to see what he wants to do. But in comes a Gorebyss, and I'm kind of worried, because I know this is going to be a Shell Smash Baton Passer, so I'm just going to go for a Roar, which works out incredibly well, because he burns his White Herb doing it, and it's just like, oh yeah! Wasted, get out. And in comes the Haxorus again. So now I'm fairly confident I could go for a Wisp, or I could go into Fortress. I could tank this shit for days. I am using Fori again purely on the basis that I quite like the Entei with Roar over the one with Extreme Speed, but I need something really good to set up hazards. And Fori is that good, so yeah! Anyway, I burned the Haxorus, so the Haxorus is now officially crap. It cannot do anything, and it is also locked into Outrage. So now I can go into Fortress and set up some rocks whimsically. I have nothing to worry about, it's all dandy. He's going to go for his Outrage, and it does nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's a piss poor amount of damage right there. My Reflect does wear off, but again, it's a max HP, max defense, impish Fori, so I'm not worried. It does, like, I don't know, 20 more. Whoop-de freaking do. And I'm just going to go for my Stealth Rock. So, yeah, overall this is going well. He is still locked into it, I believe, so I'm going to get up a layer of spikes. And then, I believe... Oh, no, wait, he's going to switch out. He's going to go into his Donphan. Now, this is funny. Oh, wait. Oh, no, this is a different one. I predicted the switch into Donphan, I go into Gastro. Okay. Yeah, there was another battle I had where my Fori and some guy's Donphan had a little Stealth Rock's rapid spinning war, which was kind of funny. We just sat there for 5 minutes and accomplished nothing. He's just going to spin as I go for a Toxic, which is fine by me, because that means his Donphan is on a clock, and I can keep going into Fori, and I wall him. He can keep spinning fine, I can keep spinning his shit. No, nothing is really going to come of it. But he is going to switch out now. He doesn't want to take a Surf to the face, and he is going to go into with Gorebyss as I switch out and I go into Fortress. Now, I've really gotten on the bad end of this switch, but I don't want it setting up any Shell Smashes and just fucking with my day. So I don't plan on hanging around, so I'm just going to switch out, and I'm going to go into Vileplume. I can fire off some Giga Drains and crap. However, I actually overpredict. I predicted him to Baton Pass straight out, because I didn't think he would have Ice Beam. But as it turns out, he does, and I go Stun Spore. Vileplume still tanks the hit incredibly well, given its due. So, you know, I'm happy with that, but I did just lose Plume for effectively nothing. However, now that means I can go into Gastro. So, it happens. Switch out, go into Gastrodon. I know he's going to Baton Pass now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a Yawn, and I'm going to Yawn whatever comes in, and I'm going to make it shitty. So whoop-de-frickin' do. So he's just going to BP out now. And he goes into, I believe, is it Dragonite? Is it Dragonite? Is it Dragonite? Is it Dragonite? It's going to be Dragonite. Please be Dragonite. I think it's Dragonite. It is Dragonite. Oh, I'm the winner. Yawn him, and now Dragonite has one turn to do things, so he better make his hit count. However, I am not phased in the slightest. I'm not hanging around, I'm telling you that much, but I'm just going to switch out, And I'm just going to go to Vileplume as Death Fodder, because I didn't think it would do much. And thank God I did, because he went Fire Punch, predicting the Fori, so... Whoo! Dodged a bullet there, I'll tell you that much. So I'm happy with that, and I'm just going to go into Entei now. I know I can set up a Reflect again, I can roar him out before he wakes up, but I believe he's actually just going to just flat switch, which I had nothing to do. I would have gone for the gamble of trying to wake up, but he is actually going to go into his Heatran, which, again, I'm not particularly worried about. The only thing that's slightly nerve-wracking is Earth Power, but I have enough things to do. So I'm just going to switch out. I'm going to go into Gyarados, because I can taunt it. But he's going to set up his Stealth Rocks, which it hurts Volcarona a lot, but it shouldn't matter too much as long as I can just get Fori in when he brings in Donphan or something. Either way, I'm just going to go for a taunt, just shut this thing down completely, and he went for a Roar, and it's like, oh, this is good. So I'm going to get a DD up. And if this is the right match, I believe the next 10 minutes of me literally just slowly setting up with Gyarados. This might be the wrong match though, because it wasn't the one with the Fori Donphan little dance thing. But he is going to switch out, he's going to go into Haxorus. I know I can tank, say, Rock Slide, because he's burned, and I do have quite a lot of defense investment in this Gyarados. But the main thing I have that I don't... Well, I know Taunt DD is really overdone. Believe me, I've seen it before. But it's just... It's so good! I don't know why. It really is. It is a fantastic Pokemon. So there you go, kids. Sometimes, you know, you've just got to see what's good about shit. Anyway, in comes Donphan, and I'm a little worried. Because his Heatran set up Stealth Rocks, and I reckon he's going to go for... a Fire Fang. No, Stone Edge, sorry. So I'm going to go into Fortress. And, yeah, he does show he has Stone Edge. However, as I've just given away, I didn't think he would have Fire Fang, and he actually shows it here. So I believe I go Rapid Spin, but his Heatran's still free to get away with rocks whenever he wants to. But Fortress tanks that really well. So there you go, Rapid Spin away. The thing I didn't... Well, one thing I was slightly confused about is that he didn't show he had Ice Shard, and I guess if he has, like, Banded Dragonite with Extreme Speed, that should cover priority well enough, but I don't know. Either way, I would just make a dumb play there. I figured he would set up Rocks again, even though he doesn't have it, Heatran has it, so I'm a derp. I just went Rapid Spin. Either way, I'm getting a lot of toxic damage on him, so it's, you know, racking up, it's looking good. And he doesn't have rocks in yet, so... I'm not that threatened. He's just going to go for an EQ, take out Fori. I could have gotten rocks up, but it's just like, well, whatever. He Rapid Spins them away next turn, so... I don't know. Maybe I should have gone for a Gyro Ball. Either way, it was a misplay, but it doesn't matter too much. So now I can go into Gastro, and I make a really, really, really dumb play here. I figured I could tank an EQ relatively well. Like, really well. As it turns out, I don't at all. He must be max attack, because he goes for this EQ, and it hits like a truck. However, my Gastro is actually max HP, max special defense, so that might also have had something to do with it. I don't know. I figured Gastro could tank it, it did, I surf, and it dies, so whatever. We both lose our spinners, he still has his rocks, settery, uppery, blokery do on his Heatran. Now, I'm slightly worried because I don't want him to come in and, like summon. I know he's got summon that can kill my Gastro. He actually has a plethora of things that can kill my Gastro. However, the one thing he picks is Gorebyss, and that won't kill my Gastro unless it gets a Shell Smash up. However, he opts to go for the Ice Beam, and Gastro just doesn't care. I get a recover, so my mistake is, like, papered over nicely, and it didn't really come to anything. So thank God for that. That's brilliant. So... yeah, his Gorebyss is looking worse for wear. He is actually going to try and go for a Shell Smash here, as I go for a Surf, figuring he would. So down goes a Gorebyss, and his Gorebyss effectively accomplished nothing, apart from passing +2 out to a Dragonite who killed a Vileplume, Death Fodder. That's all it accomplished, so woohoo! Okay, so Gastro's looking pretty good. In comes a Crash, it's like, oh, Toxic Bait, thank you. He actually goes for a T-Wave here, I believe. Yeah. I don't know why. Maybe he was predicting my switch. I don't know what I'd switch into. I guess maybe he was trying to hit Volcarona. But, free Toxic, bro. I'd take that any day of the week. Now, I know he's probably going to go for a Sidekick. I am slightly worried he's got Bolt Beam as his coverage. But I'm just going to go into Entei, because I can Death Fodder it, I can get a Reflect up before I die, so I may as well. You know, there's no sense in just wasting the Death Fodder. So that's what I do, because I'm still a little bit worried about the Dragonite. I know Gyarados can handle it, but I would rather have the Reflect up just to be extra safe of extra doominess. And there's no sense in roaring this thing out, since it's taking, you know, a lot of Toxic damage, so I will take it. So there you go, I go for my Reflect, he's just going to go for another Sidekick, and take me out. So that's dandy. I would love to go into Volcarona and see how much a modest max special attack Bulk Buzz does to this thing, but I know he has Heatran sitting there being the shifty bastard that it is. So I'm just going to go into Gyarados, I can taunt him, I've seen Psychic, so I doubt the T-Bolt greatly, because I figure if you're going to run T-Bolt, you're going to run Ice Beam. He could just be T-Wave 3 attacks, but I doubt that, because he's going to want healing. So I taunt, he goes T-Wave, and, yeah, Gyarados is looking pretty cushy. And, seriously, I do like this Gyarados. And I do kind of dislike the fact that it's not an overused set. It's just sort of effectively the same thing as Gliscor, but seriously, this thing is good. You dump enough speed into Gyarados. I mean, after 1 DD, I outsped Jolteon with this thing, so... I think the only problem with it is, because it has a lot of speed and a pretty decent portion of bulk, it doesn't really have the attack, but if you get a couple of DDs up... I mean, it still has 300 attack, so... A couple of DDs going, you're pulling 600. That's not too shabby. Anyway, I go Waterfall. He's actually going to roar me because I didn't taunt him. In comes Gastro. I get to surf. I get to do millions of things. He has nothing for me. In fact, his Heatran is at such a low point that I'm confident that I can really just kill this thing off with maybe Volcarona. I mean, I'd have to probably still predict it, because he's probably like a specially defensive variant, because they all are, aren't they? Anyway, down goes my Reflect, so my Reflect didn't come into play at all, but whatever, better to be safe than sorry. And he's going to switch out, he's going to go into Cress, and I believe, yeah, I predicted that. And I go back into Gyarados, it's just like, oh, hello again. And now, this time, it's really done. I will taunt the Cress, I will DD up. He does predict the taunt and go Sidekick, but seriously, bulky Gyara is bulky, guys. I know, yeah. I know it's pretty obvious because it's bulky, but it really, really, really is bulky. It can tank a lot of things. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. The only thing that really fucks over this Gyarados is, I'd say, Rotom, but Gastro fucks over Rotom, so I don't care. I'm more than happy to deal with that. In fact, Gastro Entei Vileplume is looking extremely good. Looking like one of my favourite wall combos. Along with Hariyama, Zong, and Celebi. Because they were really good. It's just, if you lose one... I mean, Gastro has enough special bulk to deal with what Vileplume has problems with, and Entei still covers grass, Volcarona covers grass. So it isn't that much of a problem, but, I don't know, I think the main problem with the core is that if you just lose one, then you lose a lot of your typing advantage, and it can be a real kick in the bollocks, not gonna lie. Also, I would say that, expert about Latios with, like, Energy Ball, that would really fuck me over. I would have to try and get him to go for a Draco for sure on something, because seriously, that would wreck my face. Anyway, down goes the Tran. Last thing he's got is, he's got Cress and D-Knight. I can beat out Cress, I taunt him, and thank God I did, because he goes for a Lunar Dance, and that would have woken up his Dragonite and made this end portion a bit dicier. Just a little bit. I mean, I don't know, if he's banded, Outrage would kill Gyara. I'd outspeed, but I wouldn't kill with the Stone Edge. But then again, I have Volcarona, who can hit him with a lovely, sexy Fire Blast, because Volcarona's the best special attacker ever. Well, yeah, I like it the most, to be honest. It's really good. Like, really, 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 really good. So much better than the Quiver Dance one, and always will be. Anyway, last poke, Dragonite. I'm just going to go Waterfall, make sure I break the multi-scale, because I don't want to Stone Edge once and then just miss. So I'd at least, I just want it broken, just so it's done. I go Stone Edge, he dies. That is a good game. I hope you will enjoy this battle, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.